Greta Thunberg rightly blasted everyone, words to the effect of, "You've stolen my dreams and my childhood." And right here, right now, is where we draw the line. Right here, right now, is where finance draws the line.
Mark Carney is one of the most prominent global voices calling for climate action around the world. The former governor of the Bank of Canada and Bank of England is also the UN Special Envoy on climate action and finance. I spoke with him earlier last week about the climate crisis, wildfires, and of course the impact of higher interest rates on Canadians. Mark Carney, nice to see you. Appreciate you doing this.
Thanks for having me, Rosemary.
I want to start obviously with what we're seeing outside. Unprecedented season of wildfires, that's what the government says. As the UN Special Envoy on climate change, when you see this and the way it's impacting not only this country, but also now the US, what are your concerns about whether we're moving quickly enough on climate change?
Well, I guess the first thing to say is that this was predictable. In fact, it was predicted, and in fact, unfortunately, it's going to get worse. You know, the oil and gas sector in Canada produces more than a quarter of our emissions.
Yep.
So and that's in the production and transportation of oil and gas, not the actual use of oil and gas in our cars, used to heat some homes and other things. Mm-hmm. So we can't meet our ultimate objectives, which is to get to net zero emissions, which, by the way, is what we have to do to prevent the wildfires and the other climatic events from getting worse. What the world has to do, we can't get there unless we do not just have a cap on emissions, but those emissions are brought effectively to zero. Now, so that's the climate physics. You don't need to be a meteorologist. You don't need to be a climate scientist. It's the simple math of it.